I see a lot of vintage Christmas ornaments. Oh, whoa. Welcome to episode 19. In this episode, we do another unboxing video. I originally wasn't planning on doing an unboxing video, but we grabbed this tote out of our storage unit, and when we started going through it, there were just way too much good stuff to not make a video of it. We got some killer items in this box. I can't wait to get into it and show you what we got, so let's do it. Okay, here's the stuff we got out of this tote. This tote was in the load of stuff that we brought back from Connecticut, but this tote actually was put together by my mother-in-law, Eileen. If you remember from previous videos, I said she's got a great eye for the good stuff. She loves to pick and treasure hunt, so she's always helping us find great stuff, and this is a tote that she put together for us from estate sales, yard sales, and thrift stores that she went to. She found some amazing stuff. It's unbelievable. You guys are gonna be blown away once we get into it. But let's get started. This is a new in box Royal Dalton miniature lady figurine, and most of the stuff we already have listed on our site. If you want to look at our coastalreselltherapy.com, takes you to our store. This little figurine here, I believe, is listed for around $29. Beautiful little mini figurine. Karen, 2003. We have these 3 heart-shaped nesting dishes. These are Balik. I believe these are also listed for around $24 to $30-ish. These vintage tumblers, they have pink, it's pink and black with pink chickens or roosters. These, I believe, are listed for around $24 for the set of 4. Couple of wall hanging chalkware pieces, dancing princesses or ballerinas. I don't see any markings on these. I don't exactly remember what I have these listed for, but I'll throw the comp up so you can see the exact price, for sale price. A vintage mid-century shaker, chrome aluminum top, has all the recipes for the different drinks you can make on it. This is a Fire King Anchor Hawking Snoopy coffee mug from 1958, you see. It says, "I think I'm allergic to mornings." Let this truck drive by. I used to live on a dead end, and they connected it to an apartment complex and to a whole nother neighborhood. Now the traffic on our street is tenfold what it used to be. We're gonna move soon. Maybe we can get this YouTube channel cranking and we can get out of here pretty quick. These are a couple of clay, made in Mexico bowls, hand painted. I believe these are also listed for around the mid-20s, 22, 24, somewhere in there. This beautiful little swan. I don't know if it's like a candle holder or just a figurine, but it's got beautiful little flowers, almost like the spaghetti style, as they call it. It's beautiful, no chips, no cracks. It's got a marking on the bottom, but I don't recognize this marking. It's just 2 lines with a line through it, and it says 235. I run short on time, so I didn't really have time to research and figure out what that mark is, so I listed it, I believe, for around $17. This is a creamer and sugar bowl, seashell combo. These are also Balik. This is an ashtray that we looked it up. Man, I can't. I'll throw the comp up. I can't remember exactly the name on it. You can see it on the bottom, but it's hard to read. We found it. I'll throw the comp up and you'll be able to see what it is. But these were like $60 to $70 ashtrays, but this one unfortunately has a chip. Maybe 2 chips. Yeah, 2 chips. So I think we listed it for around 30, half price, because of the little chips. Still a great looking piece. Now this is a Waterford crystal clock. desk clock, mantle clock. Absolutely beautiful little clock. I think I have this listed for around $28. This little jewelry box, I don't think I have this listed yet, so I haven't found this. I imagine it's probably not worth a ton. There's a little H with a crown mark on the bottom. I still have to do some research to figure out. I think out of all this stuff, this and some of the jewelry is all the stuff that isn't listed. Everything else I believe is up. Some of it's already sold. Now we can get into some of the really, really good stuff. This here is a M.A. Hadley picture with an ice catcher. Has a man fishing on it. This already sold. This sold for over $200. My mother-in-law told me she got this at a place called Sabers, I believe, for $5. But the value on these has went up because this company has been around for 80 years, but I think they either close or are closing down. So on some of these older M.A. Hadley pieces, the value has went up. Like I said, this one sold for over $200. I'll throw the comp up so you can see exactly what we sold it for. I have to ship this today, which is why I'm out here filming this video. I'm like, I want to make sure I get all this stuff in the video because some of the stuff like this has to be shipped out today because someone already purchased it. This is another beautiful M.A. Hadley piece. This is another pitcher bean pot, very heavy, very large, with a ship, hand painted. You can see the M.A. Hadley mark on the bottom. This one hasn't sold yet, but I literally listed these 2 days ago, and within 24 hours the first one sold already. But I believe that one's listed for around $240, if I'm not mistaken. Next, she got this huge bag of jewelry, and we have just now started going through it. Literally yesterday afternoon we started going through this jewelry. This is all the stuff we haven't actually got to, so I have no idea what's all in here. We haven't done any of the research or got any of this stuff listed, but we have went through and found a few pieces. This bracelet I believe sold for around $70. The rest of these are around the $20 to $30 range. A bangle bracelet here. I believe this is Marlene. That's what it says inside there. Some Texaco sterling silver earrings. Another vintage bracelet. I believe this is from like the 1950s. It says Coro on it. Another pair of sterling silver earrings. Another bracelet. Two bracelets. That's a necklace. A bracelet and a necklace set. And you can hear the cars just whipping by. Like, I'm sick of it. All the cars that go by now. Used to be there was zero traffic on our road. It was a dead end. If you didn't live down here, you didn't drive by here. But this is probably the most interesting and most valuable find out of all this. We were going through that bag of jewelry and we found this watch. And at first glance, you don't even think nothing of it. It just looks like a very dirty wristband watch. But at closer, you look a little closer, and it is a, let me see if I can move this so you can see the name on it better. Arsa German wristwatch. This is a German military officer's wristwatch from the 1930s, I believe. They made it until 1939, but this is the wristwatch they used in World War II. So this has actually been in World War II. The second hand is missing, but the value is still there. We put it for auction starting at $320. This will probably sell for close to $400. This is an absolutely beautiful piece of history here. The second hand you can see is missing, but it's floating around in there, so you could get that fixed. You can see it's still in there, and it works. I wound it, and you can see that it's been working. It's worked all night. I wound it up yesterday, and it's been keeping time for over 24 hours now. You can look on the back. Let me see if I can pull this off. It says shock resistant and waterproof, I believe, in there. And you can just see all the dirt up on here. you just think about stuff like this, you're like, where has this been? What has this watch seen? Who wore it? It was a German officer, so there's no telling where this thing has been and what it's seen. But it's got a serial number. It says D30162H on the bottom. And like I said, this is for auction right now. We just had the auction live last night, Friday night, and it's going to run for 7 days. We're starting the reserve at 320, and I wouldn't be surprised if this sells close to 400, maybe over. This is a very cool piece of history here. But anyway, you see why I decided I had to make a video of this, because there were just way too many very, very interesting pieces in this tote. She did a great job. Like, I'm like, how do you find all this stuff? So like, she just goes and she's like, hey, I got this, I got that. Boom, she'll send us pictures. We're like, she's the one that found all the Barbie clothes at a thrift store. She's got a great eye for the good stuff. But anyway, we appreciate you, Eileen. Not a bad haul for one tote. Hundreds of dollars worth of stuff. As always, visit our store at coastalreselletherapy.com. The link will be posted in the description. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.